got a house full today, so just Matt and Wendy and Mark and Sarah on down the line. So welcome. Al.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
Yeah, so excited to have you guys. It's gonna be cool. But we are doing today, we have rack of lamb with roasted beets and carrots and a little prepared tahini. So
Chris said howdy.
howdy. What's up, Chris? Yeah, so cool. But yeah, welcome. And this will be a good one. You can learn how to cook rack of lamb for Easter or whenever you want it, I guess. So killer. Right. Well, we'll get started. As always, vegetables roasting 500. So get that on. Cool. We're gonna go ahead and get the lamb out and get it rubbed down so the spices kind of stick to it a little better. But
Good one, Passover lamb.
Could be.
A good Passover lamb?
Yes.
all kinds of lamb.
Oh yeah, we figured with Easter and Passover coming up that it was a good time to show everybody how to cook
Yeah.
up some good lamb racks. And our friends at the Buckner Ranch have a ton of them right now, so if you guys are looking for locally,
They have like 400 racks of lamb.
yeah.
Really? Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
they're
get
about to
more.
only
have 300.
Yeah, exactly.
Their lamb is so much better than any other lamb you're gonna probably get at the grocery store, especially that New Zealand stuff that's super like gamey.
Yeah.
We just started going to their meat sales, which has been great.
Nice.
Yeah. That's really
I love going to their meat sales.
Not use it to brush the door.
Oh boy. And here we go. That's awesome. Do you always do all your vegetables at 500 to start with? Always?
So after working at the restaurant, we had the sweet pizza oven.
Yeah.
So I roast all our veggies in there when we were there, and that's at like 800 degrees.
So the higher.
really,
you can
the
get
hotter
it.
the better for me, because I just like being able to get some like color on them
Got it. Okay.
before like they get mushy. So like the higher the heat, the better. So
Does that have anything to do with the sweetness too?
not the sweetness is there before we start. So
They're just good veg.
yeah.
Wow, those are beautiful looking.
Yeah.
Sweet. God, these are nice.
Yeah.
Quick sear and hand those right to us. Right?
Just right on.
This is gonna be a 5-minute lamb.
He's saving a couple for later.
Rufus wants one of those for later.
Yes, he does. If it wasn't for his Chewy and his mat of treats right now, he'd be over here trying to get some.
Cool. We'll take this cap off really quick. This just like this won't be as tender as everything else, just because of the kind of meat it is. So we'll take that off. But otherwise, nice.
What did you just cut off?
Just this like flap, because it's not going to cook up great.
Does it get like chewy and hard?
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll ignore that.
Well, what made you choose to chop that one off and nothing on the others?
What? The rest of them don't have it on there.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow,
Yeah.
this looks gorgeous.
yeah. They're-
I'm gonna be honest. I can't tell the difference in between what you cut off and didn't. On the
Oh.
other two.
It had the extra.
I think that one had extra
So this
meat
was-
facing.
Oh, I
this was
see.
on there, so I just
Okay.
I
It just had an extra.
because
layer.
these like you can see it. It doesn't have that extra.
Okay.
That's all.
I thought he was cutting the fat, but he's
You got,
not.
you got
Yeah,
a little
no.
extra.
We
Yeah.
showed to the camera.
What's that?
You showed to the camera what you're explaining to Mark.
Oh, I can. Yeah. This
Yeah.
front or up up?
Up.
I don't know. But either way, there's a cat. I took it off.
Okay. Cool. Sorry.
It's all
I don't want
good.
to derail you on this, but
No,
everybody
it's
needs
fine.
to learn what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
You just make it so easy.
All right. So spice blend. Let's see. For this, we're gonna do silk chili, cumin, cardamom, black pepper, and a little nutmeg. So in the grinder, I'm going to put about a tablespoon, so I have enough for everything, of chilies. And tablespoon of cumin.
You are an exact measure.
No.
I didn't know
Like-
a spice grinder existed.
How much he can fit in the palm of his hand, that's about it.
Like a half tablespoon of pepper.
That's how the pros do it.
Are there certain spices that you like, or not particularly?
I mean, so for this, I did kind of like a Turkish inspired deal. All this is with cardamom, and we're doing a little nutmeg. And then,
Are you grating your nutmeg
Grinding
fresh?
fresh nutmeg.
yeah, we're just doing fresh right in.
I mean, honestly, doing it fresh, there's nothing, the flavor from the pre-ground is like non-existent in comparison.
I don't think I would even know where to buy fresh nutmeg. Like, where does one
They
get
sell
a
whole
nutmeg?
They
You
sell.
can get whole ones at like the grocery store.
Store.
They
Really?
have
Yeah.
them.
Have you
Ours
bought
are
whole
from
nutmeg?
Burlap
Yeah.
Barrel,
It's kinda like a
but
Whole Foods.
And what have you done with said whole nutmegs?
I had ground it just like that
Yeah.
into like mostly things that I baked with.
yeah, baked
Oh,
goods,
yeah.
or you
Yeah.
can grate some fresh over
You
top
guys
of your
can smell
eggnog,
it if you
or
want. It's,
I mean, it's just a different level.
yeah.
So would you
Oh,
buy like
man.
with that spice grinder? Is it like okay if you're
no.
gonna put in pepper, you get like peppercorns and put it
Yeah,
in there
yeah.
and everything, so it's all fresh.
Yeah, make sure it's all fresh in those oils.
Oh, wow, that's like
That smells
Yeah.
so good.
so good. That's amazing.
Yeah, that totally changes the game. That and using good quality spices too. But yeah, that's.
Ooh,
so
a little
good.
pomegranate
So what do you-
molasses.
what do you got
Yeah.
going there?
I love pomegranate molasses.
How much pomegranate molasses did you put in that?
Right now, I'm at like a tablespoon in here. I'm just trying to make it into like a
Smidge,
paste.
smidge and a half.
What's up?
Trying to keep you in the screen.
Oh, okay. Do a little. Probably about 2 tablespoons. I don't know.
So what's the goal here?
So we're making like a paste to rub the lamb down with.
Okay. Brian says hi.
Nice.
Hi,
What's
Brian.
up? That's my brother, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good brother.
Yes. He's been cooking along with us every Sunday too.
Is he a chef as well or no?
He's trained in it, but he's actually a technician on like a wind farm.
Oh, cool.
Older or younger?
He moved into a
2 years younger.
different direction.
Yeah.
Tell Brian, let us know if he's doing something wrong. If you disagree.
Well, he's the younger brother.
I know, that's why he should let us know. Just because Patrick's older doesn't mean he knows everything. Speaking as a younger brother.
Right, right.
In this department, though, I would say this is what he knows how to do.
Yeah.
Christy wants to know where you got the sauce.
What's that?
Christy wanted to know where you got the sauce from.
The pomegranate molasses.
Yes.
So this specific one's from Burlap Barrel, but you can get it from Whole Foods or something like that. Most grocery stores at this point in time carry pomegranate molasses. So
We really like Burlap Barrel.
We do.
Yes.
They're definitely our favorite company.
love it.
Well, they're all single estate and single origin spices too, so it's not like mass produced. You know where it's all coming from. It doesn't get irradiated, which is what
Yeah.
a lot of spice companies do to like sanitize their spices because they're not handled very well.
What does that mean? Irradiated.
Like with radiation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Put him through an X-ray machine.
Okay,
Wow.
like radiated. Got it.
Yeah. Irradiated. And then, a lot of them have like fillers and like anti-caking agents in them too, which these guys don't do, and everything's super fresh from them. So it's been our go-to here for a little while. Hey, can you do that on the camera, please?
I'll do these 2 on camera.
Thank you.
So with the salt, pretty liberal on the salt on lamb?
Yeah, I mean, I season them up pretty well. I mean,
Okay.
it's kind of I keep it separate from the spice rubs that I do just so I can control it better. But
Because too much, it just gets overpowering.
Yeah.
Brian says he always learns from you.
there you go.
He said you teach him a lot on this cooking show. Very blessed to have him as an older brother.
Wow.
Wow, you really did a number on him when he was little.
Well, know what Brian
he held it
wants.
down and shoved leaves out in his mouth. And like,
he's turning red.
we'll get the real scoop.
Exactly. 100% certain that's not what my younger brother would say.
The psychological, my brother and I are 5 years apart. The psychological torture he put me through.
There's always at least a little bit of that.
Yeah.
It is your right, I guess, as
Yeah.
the older brother.
Oh, definitely. And you're right, as the younger one, to pester your older sibling. I'm the oldest too, so.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
I'm also the oldest.
Wow, Matt, you're the only youngest here.
Yeah.
Brian and I get it.
Somebody has to be, somebody's got to be resilient amongst us.
Sweet. Yeah. So we're just rubbing them down. I mean,
That does
Yeah.
look really good.
so
So you're not doing it on that like white part, right?
what's that?
It looks like you skipped the white part on the lamb when you're rubbing it on there.
The
You're
bones?
just kind of doing it on the meaty and the fat part.
Well, I didn't
Right.
rub the bones, no.
Okay.
And then right here, there's the bones, like, there's a layer of this, like, connective tissue with bones, so it's not going to penetrate through it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right here, bones, connective tissue. Like, I don't rub that because it's not going to,
You probably don't want to eat it.
it's
Yeah.
not going to go through that anyway, so. But.
I've seen recipes where they tell you to take that connective tissue off, like cut it and peel it off on that. Would you ever do that on lamb or anything?
So when I'm preparing, like, ribs, I do it.
Okay.
But this, since you're gonna eat around the bone, it like
Anyway.
yeah. When I'm doing like baby back ribs and stuff, there's that whole you
Yeah.
just peel it right
Yeah.
off, and
Okay.
then that way when you're chowing on the meat, it's like not there. So
Got it. Okay.
Sounds like the dog is loose now.
He's here.
Chitter patter.
He smelled the lamb.
yeah,
Like,
he knows how good this
This
is.
sounds way better to me than Chewy's.
Get that out of his reach.
That was only taller.
Cool. Yep. So that's rubbed. We're gonna start doing veggies really quick. We're just gonna get these all peeled down.
Could you put that on like a day ahead of time, the rub on the
Yeah.
lamb?
For sure.
Okay.
Would that have been your ideal situation if
I
you
mean-
weren't like trying to do this all in one fell swoop with us today?
I mean, it's not necessarily ideal, but like, it's fine to do.
it seasons quick
Like
enough.
it's-
That,
yeah.
yeah. But if you can prepare it ahead of time.
Yeah.
I just got really hungry.
I
No,
know.
no. We haven't even started cooking
I
anything
know.
yet.
I have to buy a new peeler.
Yeah,
Well,
these Y
peelers.
peelers are the best. The OXO ones seem to do pretty well with staying sharp too. I
Yeah.
mean, we're only using them at home, but
Sure.
Oh, it's not OXO. It's actually
It's called
OXO.
oxo.
I think
yeah,
so.
I think so too.
Love and kisses.
I don't know
You
where.
thought it was just giving you a smooch every time you
Yeah.
opened a can?
You know.
You would.
Who would want to give me a smooch every time?
Hey, cutie.
So where are the carrots
Yeah,
from?
right. Those carrots are not from a store.
Yeah.
This is all from this week. We've got Olin Farm carrots because
Oh, Olin's the best.
we were able to pop out there last weekend when they had their first kind of farm
I
stand
don't think
day.
I've ever
Mhm.
seen a carrot like the size of like a cucumber. That thing is.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, they're big. They're great.
They've been in the ground for probably since September or so.
We attempted to in our veggie boxes. We attempted carrots and a few other things, and our carrots had these huge stalks, and then we got all excited and pulled them out. And they were
Like an
all
inch
like
big.
2
Yeah.
inches big.
Yeah, I've definitely had that disappointment
Yeah.
before when I've been gardening.
Well, Wendy wasn't that disappointed. It was normal for her.
See, I stayed away from the I was staying away from the 2-inch carrot
Okay,
joke. But
we
thank you,
agreed
Mark, for being
PG-13.
We honestly can't take the 2 of you
We
anywhere.
agreed on PG-13,
Yeah,
everyone.
we're gonna have to put a different rating on the video now.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's fine.
We don't put ratings on the video. It's fine.
It was kind of right there.
It's a cooking joke.
I thought of it, but I decided not to say
Everybody's
anything out
filter
of
word
respect.
except Mark's.
And I'm the only one not drinking.
I know, and look at you.
Imagine if I was drinking.
This is you sober. This is why you're not allowed to drink. Exactly.
That's why we can't
Where
have nice
is
things.
Noah? Did Noah send you pictures of the food he made last night?
Do you want to talk a little bit about overwintered carrots and like what they are,
I mean,
why
they're
they're
just-
special, like why we care if they're
Well, I
overwintered
mean-
or not?
There's something that's been in the ground for a while, and like the process of the cold brings out the sugar in the vegetable. So, I mean, really,
So like keep it from freezing completely.
yeah. But there are other carrots, like there are certain varietals that are naturally sweeter than others, though, without overwintering. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just.
Do they do anything special to grow carrots through the winter in Colorado, or is that just like a natural thing?
Leave
No,
them in the
it's-
ground.
Just leave it in there. Wow.
Between the ground, and they'll usually put either row cover over them or have them in a tunnel to
Yeah.
help with a little insulation. But
Yeah, they just kind of.
And can you taste the sweetness before they're cooked, like raw? Can you tell the difference between that and like a standard carrot, or is it really
So-
when you roast them that it comes out?
it depends. It depends on the carrot. So like these might not necessarily be like sweeter than like a varietal like a Nantes,
Yeah.
or they're just carrots that are super sweet naturally,
Yeah.
and then something like this where it wouldn't be sweet otherwise. So yeah.
What Wendy's really saying is, can you
Yeah.
have some carrot sticks to snack on?
I'm just curious if it's like the roasting process that makes them so sweet, or if they just on their own.
Yeah, they're just on their own.
Yeah, they release sugars to like help themselves not freeze completely.
Oh, okay.
So when
Yeah.
you have like a really high sugar content in something, kind of like alcohol, it doesn't freeze in the freezer.
Yeah,
If you
my
put a
booze
bottle of
never
vodka-
freezes.
Yeah.
It's great. Okay.
Yeah, don't leave a bottle of champagne in there or anything, but you know.
It's
like-
how we know the
yeah.
kids already swapped the vodka for water.
That's
Yep. That's definitely a good way to tell.
The world's greatest freezer. All my vodka's frozen.
There was a comedian, I forget his name, who did a whole bit on that. He's like, I opened up the freezer and my vodka was frozen, so I went down to my teenage son's room. And he didn't, and he basically denied everything. And funny thing, vodka doesn't freeze. Let me teach you something.
So next time you want to pull this grab.
That's
I had a friend, and he actually had some teenagers, and his son was there, and they watered down. They drank his like really high-end bourbons, and then they watered them
Just
down
brown
to
water.
get back up to the other
Oh,
side.
that's
And you-
worse.
Yeah, you're like, dude, you,
You just
ruined what
ruined
was
the
left.
entire bottle, right?
Like,
Just leave a note that says, "Sorry, Dad."
yeah, exactly.
That would have been far
It
better.
was definitely us.
Yeah. Do not water it down.
So are the beets from the same place?
These beets are going to be from Sunflower Farm.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, we got those from Sunflower?
Yeah, like 3-4 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we got them at Wild
Gotta
Well
love
Spring.
root vegetables.
These aren't the Wild Well Spring ones?
Nope.
Oh, those were the orange ones, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
So-
then I put the wrong thing out on our social media.
It's
feed.
fine.
Sorry, guys.
You know what?
Do you send out all the list at that time? For
Yes.
everybody who's cooking?
So every Friday we do an email blast out to everybody, let them know what recipes we posted on the blog during the week, and then we also send out our cooking list for Sunday, so everybody has time Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday morning to go get whatever they need to get, or if they had their when we have CSAs again, they'll have time to pick up their CSAs during the week, and then we're gonna help them cook through everything. And if people want to hang out with us on the live stream and cook, or if they just want to watch along, they can, and then we'll post the replays later, so you can always go back and cook whatever we did again.
Yeah. And peak season, we'll be doing
awesome.
multiple dishes.
Yeah, peak season we'll definitely be doing more. Right now it's been kind of a tough time to start, but I guess it's a good time to like work out all the kinks.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into the fun season here soon.
I like that you're using CSA vegetables because sometimes
Yeah.
you get a bunch of vegetables and you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Well, that's really what like
That's everything.
inspired this whole thing to begin with, was to try it and help people bridge that gap.
Yeah, for sure.
With their CSA boxes. If you're on your like 3rd week of radishes and you're tired of shaving
Right.
them on your salad, like
Yeah.
what do I do with them this week? How can I cook them and eat them and actually enjoy them so they don't wind up in the compost bin? And then you feel like it was a waste of money, right?
Right,
And like
for
then
sure.
you don't sign up again.
Yeah.
So like I want to be able to help our farmers like that too.
Yep, that's great.
Yeah, because those CSAs are really huge for them, because getting people to sign up now gives them a little cash flow so that they can get seeds in the ground, and I mean it's going to be months still before many of them are going to have any sort of income. So it really helps them out with like getting their businesses
Yeah.
off the ground for the season. And then you get delicious vegetables later on. So
And healthy.
and healthy, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know, I mean, the farmers can't tell you how to cook it because that's not what they do.
Right.
So
But Patrick can.
Patrick could tell you.
Lisa can.
So Patrick's beet dyed hands remind me of a funny story. So that when we were traveling in the RV, Ethan was determined to dye his blonde
Oh
hair.
yes.
Oh, no.
So Wendy was also determined to not use anything chemical, and so we went with beet juice. And
How
it
did that
dyed,
work?
it did dye his hair red for one day.
And then it turned perfect orange.
that was
good.
when you bleached my hair. No, but the next time he got in the shower.
Oh yeah. It
All the
looked like a
beet-
murder scene.
All the beet juice pretty much just came
Outraged.
pouring out onto his skin and like everything else.
Oh my
He kind of looks like Violet from
Yeah, really.
Oompa
Yeah,
Loompa,
instead of being
you know what I mean?
blueberry, my favorite
Yeah,
blueberry,
yeah.
except he was covered in beet.
For
beet juice
weeks,
from
his skin
hair.
was dyed. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
I think it lasted like what, 2 weeks before
Yeah.
it was like, all washed out.
Oh wow.
Chef, how are we dicing these beets up? What size are you doing?
Just
over
large chunks,
there? What's large chunks? What's a real size for that?
like 1/2 inch.
Okay. And these are going in the oven, right?
These are going with the carrots. Will go in the oven. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
is
we know
there?
what we're doing on Sundays now.
So do you guys? Is there a place you can look to like how to help store that you guys know of? Your like CSA stuff. I understand cooking through it, but I've also found like
When you get too much.
yeah, you get too
Yeah.
much, and I just don't know how to store it either. Right? Like I think I
Yeah.
store it wrong. I either put it in the fridge and I'm not supposed to, or
Well, and I think we can tackle that too, because I mean everything's going to kind of require different stuff, like wrapping herbs in like a wet paper towel or keeping them in a plastic bag, unless it's basil. Usually tends to do pretty well. Keeping basil at room temperature and like out of the fridge usually makes it happier, so you can like keep it out on the counter for a little bit. Maybe put it in a vase. I don't know. Like sometimes too. Another thing we're gonna kind of tackle once there's actually like things to cook with. Is like preserving and like doing pickles or something, so you can
cool.
like really extend the shelf life on what you're getting. I'm gonna do a lot of jam preservation and like fruit preservation over the summer too.
cool.
So yeah, we'll help you figure it out.
We should do the fish CSA when we were in Charleston.
Ooh.
We were going down to Shem Creek.
I didn't know there was a fish
Yeah.
CSA.
Yeah.
We would
Mad
walk
at
down
myself
to
for that.
You'd
we
get
would-
an email
we'd
every
walk
week
down to
that
Shem
said-
Creek and you'd pick up your catch, and so
Heck
it
yeah.
was whatever they got, and then
And then
obviously
free
Yum.
shrimp.
there was always
Yeah,
extra
'cause-
shrimp.
Oh yeah.
So it was always like, all right, yeah, what are we getting? Yeah, you're getting mahi, or you're getting rockfish, or whatever it was that they happened
And
to go
5
get.
pounds of free
And by
shrimp.
the way, here's a whole lot of extra shrimp.
Dude.
We got to a point where our freezer was like, we can't take any more shrimp. Really. Thank you.
Oh,
We had a little spot on John's Island where like we knew what time they were going to be coming in,
Yeah.
and it was just like
Just
We would
watch-
see the boats
watch
come
the
in into
seagulls.
Shem Creek
The
and
best.
so fresh. There's like the shrimp are iridescent, like
Yeah.
yeah.
still have the rainbow and everything.
For
Wow.
sure.
that's awesome.
It was always great because the way they did is you had a punch card,
God, I miss Charleston.
and they like punch you out, and like, but if they had a good catch or they had extra, it's like you never knew there was always something that, you know, that they were like, you know, they'd catch something they didn't think they would, and so.
That's
Yeah, and
cool.
they always had a chef down by the docks cooking up something so that you knew what to do with it. You know, when you picked it up, it was great.
I do miss the seafood. That is.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a totally different vibe.
Harder to get here in Colorado.
Yeah. At least where it's
But back
like
to that
good and
Colorado
fresh,
thing.
you know. So you're doing about 1/2 inch chunks on that too?
Yeah, I want them to be about the same. I'm going to roast them together, so I
Okay.
just want them to be the same size.
Is there any reason why you didn't do that oblong or whatever you did last week?
The angle one, the angle type.
I just didn't feel. I mean, I don't know.
Just feeling like
I
mixing
feel
it
like-
up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
If people wanted to do that cut, they could.
sure, you can do anything. You could julienne all this stuff if you wanted to.
Well,
Julianne.
if you were julienning it, you probably wouldn't want to put it in the oven though. It's a little too small.
Hey, you know.
Chips.
Probably burn it. Gotta give it a little room to cook while it's charring on the outside. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little trip down to Charleston. That would be great.
So our friend, did you ever meet our friends Scott and Angie? We brought them by the restaurant a few
Couple
times at
times.
their house, but they're moving back. They've been living here in Boulder for years. and
Yeah.
They just found out today that they're headed back to Charleston.
Oh wow. I've kicked around the idea on occasion, but I just don't
There's a
think
lot to be said about Colorado. It's a great place.
I just
Especially in the summer when we have no humidity and no bugs.
I know.
A lot.
That's like the hardest thing to like give up. This area is pretty awesome for that. Plus, like for us as chefs, like
I feel like the farm
there's
to
so many
table
things
game
here.
there is so good.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There's so many things available between like grains and dairy and meat and veggies and
Yeah.
fruit. I mean, the
You
Western slope fruits to me are just some of the best ever.
You can grow a lot more, you know, variety. I mean, nothing's gonna take on the Johns Island tomato,
No.
but
I mean, the growing season there is so much longer though, and I do miss that part of it. Like, I hate how long we have to wait for things. Like, technically it's spring right now, but like realistically, to like see a decent
Oh.
variety of produce, it's gonna be like
even my dahlias don't pop until mid-September,
Yeah.
and then it snows 2 weeks later. It's like an
Yeah.
avocado. It's the avocado of flowers.
Yep.
Not yet, not yet. I'm here. Oh wait, I'm dead.
yeah.
And every year I'm a sucker for it, and I just dive right back in.
Well, they are pretty.
Well, and
They
then I
are
feel like in
pretty.
August there's just like everything, and it's almost like too much because I'm like, what the hell do I do with all of this? But like, I know that I have like 2 months left of it, and then
Yeah.
it's gone.
Mhm.
Well, then I gotta wait a whole nother year. So,
Yes, I know.
Do everything you can.
Yeah, I do. I will go to the markets. Like, I'll go down to Aspen Moon, which is like right up the road, and buy all the things and like start preserving like crazy. And my fridge will be full of jars forever. Right now, my boxes are full of mason jars though, because they're almost all empty now. So I need to refill them. But it's nice for this time of year when you don't have anything. It gives you some options at least.
For sure.
Do you mind putting your bowl in the center of the board?
You need it up here.
Yeah, if you're gonna put stuff in it, I just want to be able to see what's going on.
Cool.
Hi, this.
Right.
No, you can't sit on everybody's laps. I think he's more interested in his company today. Are you interested in everybody?
So do you guys eat like this every night?
No. Once or twice a week. Kinda
Chefs don't
depends.
cook for themselves.
I do now a lot more.
Do you?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, because you have time. So when you guys had the restaurant, where was your favorite takeout?
We ate a lot of frozen pizza.
Yeah.
Actually, you actually told me that one night.
Yeah.
You're like, I would just go home and it's like.
Or we eat nachos.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love nachos.
Something really simple that like doesn't require a lot of effort.
I lived for the past 3 days while you were gone on corn tortillas and shredded goat cheese.
I cried.
Fine.
Oh, yeah.
When restaurants gone?
No.
Oh yeah, no, when the restaurant got because there was
Yeah.
nowhere to eat.
Yeah.
So now I just sit in my house and starve.
That's what you're talking about.
No, he left me for 3 days over
Oh,
a
no, I
weekend
didn't
for
find it.
work, and so I was like, I eat like a toddler when he travels.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like I go from being able to like put on a feast for 20 people, and then when it's only me, I'm just like, eh.
That's
That's how it goes.
One glass of rosé and charcuterie in the tub, and I'm good to
Charcuterie
go.
night every night.
Yeah.
You got a little oil there.
Yeah, we're doing a little oil. It's avocado.
Or a lot of
High
oil.
heat avocado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are so sweet. Look at you.
So why the avocado over regular oil,
I mean,
olive
it's,
oil?
oh, so like
Or
the
why avocado oil?
well, I just use it because it's good for like high heat. Like extra virgin olive oil or virgin olive oil on stuff when you're trying to cook at 500.
Yeah, it
it's-
doesn't. Right. It's not
It's
good
a
for
little
that.
rancid.
Same
Yeah.
thing in the
Yeah.
like in a pan, right? Like
Yeah.
low
Yeah.
heat olive oil, high heat avocado.
Yeah, it just oxidizes, so it gets this like rancid sort of flavor to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really want to eat rancid oil. It's not
Would you like to
particularly
open
good
that?
for you. So what'd you do just now? Just add a little salt?
Oil, salt.
Cool.
Oh, that looks so good.
Easy.
We'll get these nice and roasted and
How long will it take to roast those?
so most ovens probably like 15 minutes.
Okay.
It might take longer, and our oven's weird.
We've been trying to figure it out. We bought an oven thermometer because like nothing was working right. It felt like things kept like collapsing, and I'm like, I know I adjusted for like the altitude, so it's definitely not that. Like I've used this recipe multiple times in other ovens here.
Right.
And then he's had some problems with it too, and then we temped it out and realized that like it was almost 50 degrees behind.
Oh wow.
And then we were able to adjust the oven up to like 30 degrees on this, but like it would come to temp basically like right where you set it, but then when you open the door to like put the thing in,
It
would
loses all. Yeah.
it lost all of it and then never went back up.
Yeah, it would never come back.
Wow.
So
okay.
it's just like super
It's
weird.
yeah.
Or it's still like, even after we adjusted, it's still like 25 degrees behind
Yeah.
sometimes, especially at the
So-
higher temps. So it's been a battle figuring this oven out.
Is that a
Hopefully it's a
Whirlpool?
little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, cool. We'll start cooking this lamb, and I put a bag over the fire alarm today. So
We're hoping
Right.
not to set the smoke alarms off.
I
We'll see.
have much practice in waving the pillow.
Yeah.
Oh,
By the
We got
smoke
you.
alarm,
It's
so
I
been
might
like
throw
half
you
of
off
our-
the stairs later
He
then.
is skilled.
I know that drill.
half our live streams. It's,
Yeah.
It's okay. We're all
We were,
friends here.
we were taking bets at one point whether or not it was going to happen.
Come
So,
here, buddy.
so you're working with the cast iron today?
Yeah, I'm gonna sear the lamb in that.
And you got that on high heat? Sorry, the camera's not adjusted to
Well,
like,
I'm gonna
show
get
the
it.
knobs.
I'm gonna get it hot, and then I'll probably turn it down. With that pomegranate molasses and that rub, I don't want to like burn it. I don't
Yeah.
mind a little char, but
Yeah.
Better not to smoke.
Did
the
you do
place
anything
out.
to the pan?
we'll put a little oil in it once it's hot. But
Do you always
So for cast iron, you want to get it hot before you add the oil.
yeah,
I would say probably most things, right? It's
most
not
of the
usually
time.
how you cook.
I don't know. Sometimes I just do whatever.
It just
I
depends
don't
on your mood.
Says the pro chef, where
Yeah.
everything turns out perfect. Patrick, I need tips.
Exactly. I've got to
Go-
read it
go
every.
by feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like no, I
Yeah.
got to read
Little of
it.
this,
I need
little of
more
that.
instructions.
You can get it hot and then add it every time. Works great.
That will work every time.
Yeah.
You can do it the other way, and it might work.
It won't be as good, but
No, it's great. All the time.
we'll let you do it
Are you
first.
using
and
the
then we'll tell
avocado
you it's
oil
not
again in
good.
the pan?
Yeah, we'll do that. Although in the pan, I'm gonna do this extra virgin on the veggies when I add the herbs at the end after
Yeah,
they're
like
cooked.
finishing.
Okay, right.
Just
yes.
add some
After,
flavor.
yeah.
So,
Oh, this is a very
Yeah.
special wine we
Yummy.
brought you guys.
This is Croy.
It's from our favorite vineyard.
One of our favorite
Sweet.
vineyards.
Awesome.
This is the. So Patrick about this earlier.
I will grab myself a glass here in a
Kurt
minute.
Benke. Do you know Kurt Benke? Kurt Benke wines?
I don't think so.
So he's behind this. And they make some amazing Pinots and one Zen and one blend. So they've got their grapes and then they source some grapes as well.
Oh, cool.
We can show it if you want.
Yeah,
Those playing
sure.
at home, you can actually order. You can order allocation from them if you love Pinots.
Patrick's got all the
Highly
cameras there.
recommended.
What is this one? South Block 6?
Where
Yeah.
should we put it? Up here
There
in the
you go.
front?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I'll let Croy know too. We're gonna work on all of this. These guys are awesome.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, they do just do direct allocations out of it, so it's available to anybody if you want to be on the allocation list.
Very cool.
Nice.
I was not paid to say any of
I was
that.
gonna say, say that. Like, what is
It's okay. None of us are being paid.
No one's getting paid.
Nobody's
here.
getting paid. We're just
But I'm gonna
What?
call.
I'm out of here.
drinking
But he's
and
not
eating.
going to turn away the wine if it
But
shows up
I'm
on
gonna
his
call-
door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call
Well, Thomas, yeah.
and Croy and be like, guess what? Actually, they're really great people, and honestly,
They are.
their,
They're amazing.
Their Instagram, their photography,
He's
and their
gorgeous.
artwork and their creative work is amazing.
Right.
They take like all these like crazy black and white photos across like the vineyard and in California, and
Very pretty.
oh yeah, I still have a picture to pick out. Now that
You
I say
do?
that out loud.
For the next house.
I'm like,
We're not talking about that. He's going to have such a
Cool.
wine room in there, you
I'm
guys.
gonna
Just
grab
wait.
one in a second. I've been nursing
Yeah.
this martini
Give me some
for
of
a minute now. Can't
It's
do
definitely
too
hotter
much
than
of a
it was.
martini.
Okay,
Too
good.
early on an
It's
empty
good.
stomach.
Frosty.
too many martinis.
She just opened it, so now we don't
Here you go,
know.
chef.
Ah.
Cool. That was yours.
Bye.
Do you want me to come pitch some Untitled Art?
Yeah. So knock up Untitled Art. It is your favorite.
It is
It
my
is your favorite NA beer.
It is.
And he's not getting paid to say that.
No.
No, it is actually really good for like an NA beer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
no.
Just like having the real thing.
It is.
Well,
Well-
it should be pretty good with the lamb, I would say.
The NA beer.
It's very jammy. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
The
Oh, the wine.
wine.
Like the NA beer?
goes with everything.
So we got a little smoke in the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
put these in.
So you'll put all three in the same pan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I know, me too.
That actually looks really cool.
We'll make it work.
I like that picture of that.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I'm gonna start just by searing, kind of searing all the sides and all that. Probably throw it in the oven for a little bit.
Sear it like a couple minutes per side, or
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be hard to tell, right, with this dark rub on the outside, but
yeah.
we'll do our best here.
So that cast iron pan looks well coated,
That
as it
was
should be.
So that was our personal that then lived at the restaurant for 4 years,
Uh-huh.
and we seared all our fish. All
Oh,
our,
yeah.
We did so much in it.
Super
Yeah.
seasoned.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you
It's-
did, yeah. So what do you do
Good
when
use.
you're done using it? What do you typically do then to? You just rinse it in water and
Yeah.
give it a good rub.
Spray it out. If it needs to be scraped, like if something's stuck to it, you can
Yeah.
scrape it.
Yeah.
and then,
Just no soap.
No soap, no dishwasher.
No dishwasher.
No, definitely not.
And then the easiest, I mean, we had that pizza oven, so it's so easy to keep everything like perfect. Because you could, if you cut it off at the end of the night, rub your pan down with some bacon fat or whatever,
Yeah.
put it in upside down, and in the morning, it's perfect. So,
All right. So we need bacon fat and a
Yeah.
pizza.
Oven. Yeah.
or like, I mean, whatever fat you have.
Yeah.
So I
We
use
just need to
olive
cook in our
oil.
outdoor
Would you not
kitchen.
recommend olive
No,
oil?
you want to use a saturated fat.
Okay,
It's
so I've
just
been
the
doing
way
it wrong.
the fatty acid breaks down.
Okay,
Like,
that's good to
yeah.
know.
So that's avocado oil. What else?
Coconut oil.
Coconut.
Any animal fat.
Okay, so
That's good to
lard.
know.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Taro.
I've
Beef
been
tallow,
doing it
lamb tallow,
Duck fat.
lard, duck fat. yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Duck fat
Yeah,
fries.
it's honestly pretty easy to do on the grill too, in like the summer if you got the grill on. Just throw your pan out there, rub it down, put it on upside down. Just let it go.
Just let it get
And
its
it's
hot.
outside, so it starts smoking and everything.
Right, who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Don't
Good to know.
worry about setting off the fire alarms.
See, you
That's right, you don't have
ruined
to cover your
all
fire
my
alarms
dishes with
outside.
your olive oil on my
Gosh,
pan.
my pan.
Yeah, we'll see if it works
Sweet.
this time.
So yeah.
Let's be honest, it's
I
Mark's
mean,
kitchen.
Yeah, that's
we
good.
just have a nice little.
You just design it.
Is that on there? Nice little crust.
Yeah, dude.
That looks great.
Looking great. Yeah, it's delicious.
Yum.
Oh,
Oh, Thomas, this wine. Good job, buddy. This is delicious.
cool. Yeah. Well, these are searing. We'll do prepared tahini. So it's called prepared tahini. You add water to get it to seize up on purpose with lemon juice, and then you just keep adding ice water until it's loose. It's excellent for, like, you'd want to do this if you wanted to cook with it, because if you try to put tahini in itself, like just right out of the jar into a pan,
You're fine.
it basically curdles. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the best way to say it. I mean, it's not curdled like spoiled, but so. And that's how you make really good hummus. You do the prepared tahini instead of just straight out of the jar.
Yeah.
So.
You can make hummus?
I make hummus all the time. Especially when I want hummus without chickpeas.
Nice.
Well, it
And there you
smells
go,
really good in here.
5-minute lamb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. We're good. Seed it.
Slice it.
5-minute
Oh.
marinara, 5-minute lamb.
What temperature do you usually cook your lamb to?
We'll pull it from the, so these will pull from the oven at like 120, 125-ish, because I prefer medium. It's like to get all that fat kind of rendered in them and everything nicely. I just like the medium,
Yeah.
but personal preferences.
So you're gonna move the root vegetables to a lower rack to make room for the lamb?
Yeah. Just throw these in. So I've got them flipped. Since we're going in a really hot pan in a really hot oven with the veg, the lamb I put fat cap down, just so it's like the fat cap's sitting on the super hot pan to cook.
But before, when we did pork, you did the pork with the fat cap up so that it
Yeah.
would baste itself. So why did you choose to do the opposite this time?
It's because we're using such a hot oven. It's like if we were at the restaurant during service, I would have to do the fat cap on the pork in the pan as well. But since we're doing something different, yeah.
Okay.
So
Because I want to.
yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. No,
You're the
it's all
chef.
good.
I'm just here asking
Oh,
questions
man.
so
No, like-
everybody can understand
So
what
for
you're
the
doing.
What is
oven-
this going into? What did you just pour that in?
This is a food processor.
Oh, that's
So
the
I-
food processor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't have to stand here with a
yeah.
whisk and try and hold the bowl and add ice water and all that. So
It's really not that hard.
Well-
You can do it at home without one.
Wow.
yeah, if you don't have a food processor, I mean,
It's okay.
this is just so I don't have to stir it.
I don't know if you mentioned it already, but what brand of tahini are you using?
The Soom tahini, the best kind.
Yeah, they're one of our favorites.
Where'd you get it?
Another Whole Foods buy.
Yep, you can get it at Whole Foods over like in the baking aisle.
Okay.
It's on the bottom shelf. It's super easy to find.
Okay.
We use this by the case at the restaurant. but-
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I worked at Softa, that we used the same one by like 5-gallon buckets.
Soft.
Yeah.
They just-
Like the best
trash
Israeli
can.
food.
You've actually worked at 2 of our
I know
favorite
you-
Israeli
I was
restaurants.
gonna say, it's like, you like throw out references to places we've actually been.
That's a
Yeah.
small world.
Yeah.
Cool.
Patrick
So,
and I have high standards for food too, so.
we're gonna cut this on and just add ice water.
How much ice water are you adding? So like 2 cups?
For this size jar, probably, I just did about a cup.
Okay.
For 11 ounces. It was, yeah, there's like a cup of water in
Okay.
there. So,
Smidgen.
yeah.
Smidge of
Just a pinch.
Let's see.
This.
What's wrong?
I'm curious if I can snag this and see inside of your thing.
Sure, why not? Look in here.
Please, switch me, but I can't remember when I did over top of it. Just click on the picture.
Yeah. Tell me when.
Okay, now.
Not yet.
Whoa! Interactive.
Alright,
So there's ice water, tahini, and lemon.
Alright,
And we'll do some garlic.
that is over the tahini.
Okay.
Oh, and garlic.
Sorry for
Gotta
the
do the
shaky
garlic.
hands, guys. I don't have a thing at the moment.
We've gone mobile.
Yes.
Can't afford the drones yet.
We're live in the field.
I've never seen a food processor like
I
this.
know,
What
that's
is
why I
that?
This is a commercial grade one.
was.
Huh?
That is definitely a commercial
'Cause you
food
could-
processor.
you
Not
couldn't
your- that's
see
not the
through
typical wedding
container,
present.
So I was like, what is that shit?
No, that did not come from Bed Bath and Beyond.
No, it's not. It's not from Williams-Sonoma or Bed Bath and Beyond.
No. Actually, I guess nothing comes from Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, I
anymore,
guess
does
that's
it?
fair.
Most
yeah.
functional thing you can possibly imagine.
Do
Yeah.
you think they have an online store? Or are they just gone?
They filed bankruptcy, so they're
Yeah,
out.
that sounds
they're
like
gone.
fun.
So what are you doing
Somebody
with your
Google
garlic?
Bed Bath and Beyond. Let's
What's
see if
that?
they're still in business.
So what are you doing with your garlic?
We're just chopping it up.
Give it a rough chop.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to get too big. I mean, usually I'd microplane it in, but I don't know.
So 1 clove.
Yeah, it might be 2. I just
Okay.
gotta taste it once it's ready.
That's from Fred Hardman right
Cool. Scrape this
Oh,
down.
yeah. That's so cool.
Do another.
Oh, that looks so good. It's like a wispy tahini.
Nice.
So why the ice water?
Because the ice water, so as this cools, it gets like thicker. So
Uh-huh.
if you use the ice water, it gives you better represents what it's going to look like if you put it in the fridge to store
okay.
it versus like
Hmm.
if you were to use room temp or warm water to do this,
Yeah.
it would be a lot looser now versus like when you cool
Gotcha.
it down.
Okay. So the ice water gives a truer representation of the end product. Okay.
You just do about a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons of
A
salt.
couple teaspoons of salt. And we'll try it.
Does that work?
Oh, I love this stuff so much.
I think a lot of your salt wound up on the side of the bowl there.
Oh, okay.
In case you were wondering what happened to it all. It's probably about the size pinch you just
That's fine.
threw in there.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, I haven't eaten this in a while because she's allergic to sesame, kind of.
Oh no, you can't have tahini?
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
So like back in September, I like randomly had these crazy allergies come up out of nowhere, where I started being allergic to nuts, then it was sesame, and then coconut.
Oh,
Like my face would swell up from it.
well, that's super fun.
But since then, since we like closed the restaurant and I'm not like stressed and my like immune system's probably not to the
Yeah.
hilt anymore, I've eaten some sesame and feel like I didn't have any response to it.
So, are you gonna try it?
I'm gonna eat a little bit. I'm gonna
Well,
say
Mark's
moderate
sober. He
bit.
can take you to the hospital.
Okay. Either way.
You got some Benadryl on hand?
Yeah, we got all the-
Benadryl for sure.
That was another Charleston experience. honey, do I look okay?
Nope, you definitely don't look okay.
And her face was like,
Yeah, you look great. We're going to Roper right now. That was shrimp
Alright,
with the heads on,
There we
right?
go.
something like that.
We're out at Sullivan's.
We had tacos.
He's allergic to octopus,
Oh no.
Oh,
and
sucks.
which we knew. But then we had
Random.
shrimp tacos.
If prawns or shrimp
That had the
with
heads still on?
I have a reaction.
Yeah.
wow.
It has something to do with like amino acid
very
or
specific.
something cooked through the shrimp.
So,
But you can eat regular.
That looks
Like,
so
processed
good.
shrimp.
Like we had
Yes.
peanut shrimp right now.
yeah. There we go.
Wow.
This was the thing when I felt like something was sticky.
It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Do you mind switching me back to that camera?
Cool.
No, the other one.
All right.
The one next to you. That's pointing at me.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
There you go. You're on camera.
You're
Great.
live.
Beautiful lamb. These are probably nowhere near close, but we're just gonna check. Yeah, they're at like 70.
Celsius?
Might be a little well done. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't even try and do that. Shankini has a question. She wanted to know if you could make your prepared tahini in a Vitamix blender.
I've tried that. It could get tricky if you like, because it seizes up real. Like it wasn't on camera, but as soon as you start adding the ice water, it like
Turns.
it just turns
Pulls
into
itself
like a
in really
brick.
quick,
So,
yeah.
I don't know. If you don't have a food processor, you're better off probably with like a whisk or something.
It's really easy to do with a whisk, honestly. I think the what's it called is overkill.
Hey,
But
makes it easy.
Yes. Drank 14 beers.
Sweet.
I can't believe it's still daylight.
I'm gonna
out.
cut up some herbs really quick. We're gonna toss all of the roasted veggies in this. Fresh chopped parsley, fresh chopped mint.
you go a little more mid. There you go, mid board for me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, your board's gone crooked since you've been chopping away over there. So,
Might be the camera.
or the camera went crooked. And
Might have
you
kicked
banged
it.
into it.
Anyway, we're just gonna one time through this, super thin, stems and all. There we go. Save the rest for another day.
Someone wanted to learn how to chop properly, like you just did.
Yeah.
like incinerated an entire thing of
Be
parsley in
able-
like 5
Be
seconds.
able to cut an onion without crying for 30 minutes, like,
Oh, that I still do.
yeah. Okay, good to know. I'm glad you're not invincible in that regard.
I have onion goggles.
Do they work?
They do.
Really?
I kid you not.
I've heard if you only breathe, what is it, through your mouth and not your
That
nose?
doesn't work either.
Is that true?
Onion goggles.
I don't know if anything really.
Onion goggles, and I'm not getting paid.
I've also heard like people say like if you're crying from onions, your knife isn't sharp enough and you're not cutting them fast enough. It's really like so unless you can like just obliterate an onion with a knife, you're
No, there's like a chemical compound in the onion that is attracted to water. Usually, since your eyeballs are the closest watery thing to the onion
that.
gases, they gravitate there.
Oh, interesting.
And supposedly, putting like a bowl of water or something nearby can help
I haven't tested.
stop that from
That's a fun
making
test.
your
Right.
eyeballs burn out. So yeah, try it out at home. Let me know.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
if
try
you don't have
theories.
onion
All right,
goggles.
we're gonna try that and report back
Yes.
in.
All right, we'll find
What
out.
other does anybody else have any other crazy onion thing out there they want to like?
What are the funny things that chefs just laugh at that we all think actually work? What else do we
Onion
got?
goggles.
Onion
What's,
goggles.
what's up there with onion
I'm
goggles,
telling you,
Patrick?
onion goggles work.
You look good too.
I do.
Yeah.
Super hot.
I don't know.
So what were you working on there?
This is
So
me.
you're like quietly just pounding away stuff.
No,
and telling our
we
friends.
picked them in.
He's like those fools.
we're just gonna do the same. It's the same thing. I mean, you kind of just want to bundle it up the best you can, and we're just gonna try and slice this as thin as possible.
How are you holding your knife that you're not like chopping your fingers off?
Bear claws.
You
Knife
just,
hitting the knuckle.
Show me how not to cut my fingers
yeah,
off.
I mean, the back of the knife is on your knuckle, so that way your finger is out of the way.
Can you demo that?
Maybe.
I mean, don't cut yourself doing it.
No, I'm not going to cut
It's not that
myself. That's the whole point.
I can show you how not to.
Yeah.
I can show you how to cut.
And then I think a few episodes ago, you guys were saying you should, like for the everyday family, you should probably sharpen your knives. Did you say twice a year?
Yeah, probably about twice a year.
Only
At the
twice a
farmer's
year.
market, you just bring them and they
Yes.
do it right
They-
there while you're shopping.
They do. They
Yeah,
do.
you're
I love
shopping.
that.
Do you use the? How do you sharpen your knives?
I like oil stones,
Okay.
Okay.
like diamond, diamond oil stone.
Oh, I only sharpen everything on diamonds.
There we go.
Maybe you can pull out your sharpening stone when you're
No,
done.
we-
and show everybody what you're doing.
But you only do that twice a year. You're not like sharpening knives before
Oh.
you cook.
No, a
At-
kitchen is different.
At
Like
the
a-
restaurant,
Yeah.
it's once a month.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But like,
You're not
I'm
doing
using
that
it
level
every
of
day
time.
for like 6
Sure.
hours straight. So, but at home, it probably is really twice a year.
We sharpen our knives a lot.
I feel like not the new ones. I don't. But that's interesting.
like I do.
So apparently they're not sharp enough if I have to keep sharpening them.
You're not using.
Are you
the-
doing it yourself? Or are you taking it to the?
Yeah, we
Are
have
you
a little
sharpening
knife sharpener in the
yourself?
drawer, and I feel like I do it almost every time I
Yeah,
go to
maybe
use a
that's
knife.
not the diamond.
It's probably not the diamond experience. You guys, I'm
No.
probably at a timeshare, and I really
Well,
want to be at the Ritz.
the stones are like, they're big
Yeah.
rectangles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have like a, it's usually like maybe a 200 or a 400 grit. That's what you use to actually like put that re-edge the knife.
Mm-hmm.
And then you finish on and then you go to 1,000, maybe like finish on a 5,000 grit.
This got really complicated.
Yeah.
Or the farmer's market.
Or I'm just gonna bring them to the.
Yeah, just go to the farmer's market. It's so much easier.
So the sharpening stick that comes with the knife set.
That is not a sharpener. Yeah.
No, that's just to take the burrs off of the.
That is
knife,
to
right?
straighten the blade.
Okay.
So like it's weird under a microscope, the knife edge literally will do this.
Yeah.
So that the rod
Yeah.
re-brings it to straight.
Ah.
Yep.
I just
My
learned
dad
something
failed
new.
me.
Yeah. Do you want to sit down on the couch?
No, we're not really gonna get down that rabbit hole.
Rufus is really great for snuggling. He'll be all over your lap.
Oh,
Sit down
Rufus.
We're gonna have some therapy time.
Next time we're gonna bring Odin and Rufus and
Oh,
Gosh,
no.
no.
We won't
To
be
your
able to film with the two
No.
of them in here.
you won't be able to film just with Odin.
No, you can't do anything with Odin.
He won't eat the food, but he
You
will.
can about and run and play outside, but that's
Yes.
about it. You want to do human things, that's
Cool.
not an option.
No. Wow, those look great.
Yeah, they do.
They sure do. Wow.
That's done. Check these.
I'm curious if for those playing at home, how like they're like how do they feel it looks like compared to what?
Yeah, how do we do this?
Yeah.
Do we watch it first and
Like,
then we try it, or do
Send
you,
your photo
Does
in.
anybody
Right, or
send
do you
in a
cook
photo,
along?
Like,
Because we do this at home, and
what temperature are you going for, Patrick?
On the lamb,
Yeah.
like 120,
Okay.
and then we'll pull them out.
So they've got some time to go.
Yeah, we're only at like 90.
like anybody feel like they're right along, they're doing well?
I'm always about an hour.
Check in with the
behind.
audience.
Anybody waving a pillow at a smoke detector right now?
Ah, man,
Hopefully
Was that
not,
a good on
but-
man or was that a bad on man?
that's a good.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah, these look great.
He's getting excited.
They look amazing.
Yeah, the one way you know whether or not he likes something. He won't necessarily say it out loud, but he'll nod his head.
Yeah. He's like, mhm.
silent approval.
I did pretty good on
I'm
this
crushing
one.
it today.
Nailed it.
Patting myself on the back.
Right on. Yeah, veggies are done, tahini's done. So now we're just kind of waiting. It's great.
Waiting on the land.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Waiting on the meat. That never happens to me.
And if you were going to expand this meal for, like, say, more people or something and add something to it, what would be good that would go with this?
I mean, when you can get them, like cucumber salad with some feta or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Something like
That
that
would be
would be
great.
really good.
Couscous.
Yeah, big bowl of
Not even
couscous.
one.
Grain.
Ooh,
Yeah,
what
not
about
even one
wines?
cup.
What
That's
wines? I
unfortunately,
love
but-
this question. What wines would be good with this meal? Yeah, that is at least a question.
This
So
one.
what
Yeah.
wine? Yeah, right. Okay, outside of
Well,
what
this
was
wine's not
featured-
going to be
It might
left
not
in the
make
meal.
it to the meal.
Yeah.
This
Right.
wine's not making it to the
What
meal.
wines would you recommend with this, or did I just put you on the spot?
No, I feel like lamb and Syrah are like kind of a classic combo, or like a heavier Pinot like this one would be great with it too. But yeah, like Syrah and lamb are great because Syrah can like get this sort of gaminess to it. I think also more veg, which generally grows in the south of France, but you can definitely get it in like Spain and California too. That one's also like super funky, like earthy, deeper, like richer bodied. You get some tannin in there, a little bit of acidity too. I'm probably like Rioja. Rioja would be
Oh,
super
yeah,
fun
I
with this
bet
too.
Rioja would be
Yeah,
great.
I could see that being great with this.
Agreed.
Yeah, just to throw a few things off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Those would probably be the first ones I'd start leaning towards.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever use those like silicone mats to keep things from sticking? Do
That's
you?
what the
On
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah,
I was just
the
curious.
one right next to you.
yeah, the ones that are literally right next to
Yeah, I
But
didn't
you said those
look down.
pans don't stick.
Exactly.
I was just noticing, like
Yeah,
on
they
that.
really don't.
whether-
Oh yeah.
And they're
what's-
totally eco,
Trash
right?
this.
Yeah,
we also have like
something
parchment
that,
paper I'll put down
like
sometimes.
meringue
Sometimes.
or like something super sugary sticky, I would probably still opt for the mat because at least if it sticks to it, you
Yeah.
can like lift the mat off the tray. But yeah, overall, like you really don't need to put much down on those. They just go.
They work.
The
All
olive
right,
oil
little
finish now.
finishing olive oil.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little olive oil
Yum.
just to add some extra flavor.
So
We're
you
gonna
just
do-
drizzle it over the carrots and beets. And
Yeah, we
sorry, I
drizzled
got
it over. I'm gonna put the
distracted.
parsley and mint on here
Okay.
and kind of stir it in.
Shankini said she's making the spinach dip tonight. She found
Oh, cool.
the overwintered spinach.
Nice.
So good. We've been eating that all week.
Did you make buckwheat pancakes this morning?
Not this morning, but I did it a couple
Yeah.
days ago. Yeah. I did make buckwheat banana bread though.
Ooh.
That one's so good.
Yum.
Super
You can
simple.
get overwintered spinach.
Yes.
How does it like?
It's crazy. Like they leave it out in the field and it'll kind of freeze, but it does the same.
up, freeze, like grow back out?
Yeah, it does the same thing that the carrots do. So like when it starts to get cold, it transfers everything over into sugar so that it like doesn't freeze completely. But the leaves like freeze and then thaw and then freeze and then thaw, and then you like wind up with this super sweet, like
Really?
flavorful, crazy spinach. It's
Wow.
nothing like the spinach you get at the store.
That almost looks like
Wow.
peaches
That's
and
amazing.
cherries.
Yeah.
The color is so
Yeah.
vibrant right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a totally different level. Well, and the farmers markets start on Saturday, so
In Colorado.
yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like it's supposed to be cold as shit and raining.
I know.
Hopefully the weather's wrong. 'cause
We're
it
supposed to
always
get
is.
quite a bit of snow, I think.
Yeah, I don't
Get some
know.
snow in the mountains for spring ski.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
we're going to Breck next week, so
Oh, nice.
Nice.
for 7 days or 6 days. So
That
we'd be
sounds
fine with a
wonderful.
little spring ski.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little snow.
No,
Yeah.
it looks like the weather's supposed to come in this week. I don't know. It's a 50-50 shot as to whether or
Yeah.
not anything's actually going to happen here. It always says it's going to do something, and then like the day
Colorado
after, everything
weather is
disappears and the sun
whack,
comes
yeah.
out. I'm like, cool, all right. I'm surprised we got rain the last 2 days. Like that was
Well, nobody prepared
Impressive.
me for hail yesterday.
no,
That came out of nowhere.
no, but it is spring, so it's
Hail season,
about that
for
time.
sure.
I'm
Yeah.
sure all the farmers are loving that. Although I don't know how many of them have like actually transferred all their stuff out in the fields yet. Hopefully they waited.
I have
Hopefully
I have
there's
like
still
little mini
greenhouses.
hoop tunnels for my my raised beds, and I ran out to hoop my poppies like just in time yesterday because the hail was coming, and I was successful.
I didn't expect the hail yesterday. I thought it was just going to rain, but yeah.
It came. good.
God, that looks good.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. So good. Tahini. What are you doing with the
How long do you think you have on the lamb?
It's going on top of
I'm
I
hoping
think it's going to be
5
like
minutes.
a dressing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We'll see.
More meat.
Better, so much better than mint chutney.
Well, you'll let it rest, though, too,
Yeah.
right?
We'll let it rest. And all
What's
that
the
fun stuff.
appropriate time for rest?
Half the amount of time it takes to cook.
Oh.
Another fun fact.
So like another 15 minutes probably.
We probably won't. I won't wait. I won't. That's ideal.
Okay.
That's what you should do.
And you don't
You want the most
feel like
perfect
you
thing.
like lose too much temperature on the meat if you let
So,
it
like-
rest that long, or do you
So the big thing is, you let it rest up for a while. The center, even if the outside gets a little cold, the center will be still nice and warm. So all you have to do is maybe flash it in a pan really fast to get the
Yeah.
outside reheated, and you're good to go.
Okay. Good to know. What?
So I'm sure you had
I
plenty
think
of.
Rufus wants dinner.
What are you doing,
He wants some
Rufus?
lamb.
That's what he's doing.
Did you give him?
I know
Have
the
you,
lamb is
has he had water lately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gave
I
him
think he
water.
wants lamb.
Yeah, he says he smells the meat and he's not into.
He's starving.
No.
He's like, how about you
Right
share,
now.
Dad?
Yeah.
Nobody's paid attention to me.
Jeez.
That's what happens. It's all good.
Yeah.
He's such a spoiled brat.
Yeah, and I mean, realistically at home, you could cut these racks into individual chops and it'll go way faster. I just wanted to do the whole thing and then
The
carve
view,
it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fun.
He wants to be fancy.
Fancy like.
Probably on date night.
Right.
They're rendering a lot of fat. I mean, you can see how much is in the pan now. So.
Looks like you lost some of the crust on that one.
It just shrank. So that like outside will shrink up.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's a lot more room in that pan than there was earlier.
Oh
Yeah, for sure.
I think everybody's stomachs are growling right now.
You're hungry.
It looks so good.
Yeah, we're at like 104. So
Close.
What were we going to again?
like 120.
20?
120
120.
and 120.
Nice.
So it'll carry over to 125.
130.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
about
nope.
medium.
Yeah,
Bring a little charcuterie.
like 135 is perfect medium.
So Patrick, you have a million cookbooks over there. Which ones do you turn to the most often?
So I think this is my favorite.
What is that one?
This
Enjoy
is the
cooking?
Bible of Latin cooking. It's
Oh.
called Gran Cocina Latina.
Can I look at it?
It looks well.
Yeah,
It
that,
It does
it used
look
to
well
have.
loved.
It used to have a cover on it. It's gone.
Right.
so-
I mean, they're right there on the counter.
Oh, wow.
It's probably my favorite out of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
But
We both used that book probably more
Yeah.
times than you can count. I think just about every recipe I've ever had from it is just fabulous.
So do you ever read
Good.
recipes, say 2 or 3 different recipes, and then take pieces that you like of each and like make your own
100%.
dish?
if it's so, I'll do that if it's a cuisine I'm not super familiar with. I'll cross-reference a bunch of stuff
Okay.
and just kind of maybe take an average across the 3
Uh-huh.
to kind of get something that's close.
Yeah.
But then after you cook it, you kind of
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what it needs. But
Right.
yeah, it's
It's funny, this is not the cuisine that I experienced Farrell was having, so it's interesting this
No.
is your favorite.
It's so good. I mean, and it's completely changed my perspective on what authentic,
It's very Yucatan
Like-
inspired, yeah?
what authentic Mexican food really is,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
regionally too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it taught both of us a lot about that. So like, it's
Hominy.
yeah.
just become one more thing that disappoints us when we go out to eat.
Yeah, you guys probably have a hard time eating out, don't you?
About
We really-
design.
We really don't go out.
Yeah.
And I've definitely
funny.
like there's stuff from that book that's been on Farrow's menu.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because like the moles and stuff out of there.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been around for a while.
You know, with the
Yeah, I bought that book a
Print
while
date.
ago. It was initially my baby, and then he adopted it. So
Let's see. Cucina Latina. Hold on, while I get my fake nails out of the way so
Yeah,
we
right.
can look.
Yeah, Brett.
2012.
Okay.
Okay.
Goat stew. You guys, when I lived in
wow,
Cuba, I
that's-
ate a lot of goat.
Wow.
That was
That
like
is
quite. They used
seems
to.
bold.
Yeah.
They would pull up to the school in what we called it the paddy wagon, but it was basically empanadas made out of goat meat that the Jamaicans would make, and that's because we didn't have a school cafeteria, so you ate with whatever came off the truck when it pulled up every day, and I ate a lot of goat empanadas.
We I was in Mongolia a long time ago with my mother, my uncle, and my aunt, and they have boiled mutton.
Oh
Is
yeah.
what they eat, and I've become like a vegetarian instantly in countries that I don't know, but they did not go the vegetarian route, and so it ended up being called flash mutton. So like as soon as you eat it, it's out, like it's
Yeah.
gone. Like you gotta go to the
Wow.
bathroom.
Sounds
Flash-
terrible.
flash-
Does not sound good.
No.
All right, what's your second favorite cookbook?
Let's
Because there's some
see.
good stuff in here.
Yeah, that book is incredible.
This book
It
is beautiful.
worth every penny, and I can't even imagine how long it took her to put that
It's
together.
so I got to put them together because these two.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Two more.
100%. I have destroyed mine.
These are vegetarian books. But
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's the food out of these.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
Good
Yeah.
to know.
I mean, if you really need to learn how to like cook veggies, that is a
Yup.
great one to do.
Yeah.
That's good to know because I can never think of what to make besides the salad. I'm just so boring.
Those two. Yeah.
That's really
Those
good
two
to
will
know.
definitely help.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I guess the strong third is 6 Seasons.
Oh yeah. I have that one too. I love it.
Yeah. I also
Josh
really
McFadden. Oh.
love sababa for like Israeli cooking. I know like the
Yeah.
Plenty and Plenty More are definitely like kind of edging on Israeli cooking, even though it's veggie focused.
Yep.
But yeah, I really love sababa. That's probably one of my most used simple ones.
Have you read Stanley Tucci's book?
I don't think we have.
So he had a show Finding Italy, and then he's
I
helped
loved
Eva
that
Longoria
show.
do Finding Spain. She's doing another season of that too. But his book is about his life and his family. But he's got recipes, and he talks about food throughout the book too. So he's bringing
cool.
in like his family's recipe and all this Italian stuff, and it's like it's
This
real-
is the book I'm going to bring you that you guys don't have yet. Hold on. Let me get
Hijack Matt's
Oh, I've been
story.
looking at that one.
Okay, yeah.
It is so good.
Okay.
I'm bringing it to you.
Matt, I was listening.
So good.
Matt, I'm listening.
I'm so sorry.
And anyway, it's like it's really it's really interesting about his story, but he talks about like New York in the 70s and food, and he like brings in his like
There's no
family
alcohol.
and like food and all these recipes, and so like you're like halfway through like really engaged in his story, and then he talks about food and like a recipe, and you're hungry, and like the book kind of keeps going that way, and you're like,
A picture.
oh yeah, those meatballs. Those meatballs sound amazing. Yeah, I kind of want that right now.
That's
Like you're
amazing.
stuck wanting to cook
He
everything.
like talks about Italian rules in his family and like what you cut and what you don't cut and what you use scarpetta for and scoop in the sauce and
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually the name of Bobby Secchi's wine.
scarpetta.
Scarpetta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant in Vegas called Scarpetta in the Cosmopolitan. That's
Yeah.
actually really nice.
Really good.
So you
Are
got
we
2
looking?
done.
Yeah. 2 resting. 119, 120.
Resting at 120, like the little perfect thing you are.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's a lot less stressful than cooking on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that like for you? What was it like to have the restaurant and be in the heat of the kitchen every night?
It was awesome. We had the people,
Yeah.
and but something always happens.
Yeah. Well,
So-
the last 2 weeks of closing the restaurant when everybody decided to come out at the same time and we were
Oh,
Oh,
not
right.
staffed.
You're like, oh, now you all want to come?
Yeah, we didn't have the level of staffing for the level of business
Of course,
that we were
you're
doing
right.
every night. It was just crazy.
But no, I mean overall, really cool, but just a lot of stress. And never enough people for what we wanted to
Yeah.
accomplish.
Yeah.
But we couldn't pay anyone else either.
If
so.
you had it to do all over again, would you have not announced your closing until the night of the close? Be like, this is actually our last night. Surprise.
Oh, probably.
I mean,
But
we kind of knew what we were getting into a little bit though. Like we knew it was gonna suck. Like it was just gonna be
True,
really hard.
yeah.
Like every night was gonna be really intense. It was gonna
It's like
be
the longest goodbye ever.
yeah, just having to like relive it every single night with everybody. It was a lot.
I didn't
we-
help.
No, I cried.
The Sunday after, like the two of us, like literally slept the entire day.
I
We
don't
didn't
blame
do
you.
anything. Yeah, that was an intense like week and a half.
Well, yeah, and
Just,
that
like,
last week-
processing.
like I mean, honestly, the last couple of weeks I planned on like being available to hang out, but one of my line cooks requested off a vacation.
Vacation? As you were closing?
Yeah. So,
No.
They had requested before, but
so I had to like I was working on the line the
Yeah.
whole time.
That's crazy.
It was yeah.
So, Baxter, I have a question for you. Because I noticed you're using a wooden cooking board or cutting board.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know you flipped it from when you had the raw lamb on it, but how do you sanitize a wooden board? 'Cause
Um,
you can't put it in the dishwasher.
no, so I use like a cleaning vinegar spray and just wipe it down really well.
And it kills anything.
But
under there.
if I'm doing like raw meat and stuff, I'll put one of these, like a liner,
Okay, yeah.
and just cut
And
on
then
this.
that can go in the dishwasher.
and this goes in the dish.
Gotcha.
But
I guess you did have that down when you
Yeah.
were cutting the raw meat.
Yeah, he
Now
just
that I
flipped
think about
that.
it, yeah.
He flipped that one, the veg one.
Yeah. You gotta get the other ones. Yeah. I'm gonna go to what's marked.
all right.
I know. Which one is that?
Yeah, what is marked in their cookbook?
Adrienne fava bean and fresh pork
Yeah, go
rind
for it.
salad, or warm Ecuadorian cabbage and fresh cheese salad.
Is that your favorite? It's marked.
The what?
Pork rind
Yeah, I
salad.
want the short guy to get the salt book
Oh,
down.
that's I made the
Don't-
recipe.
You just have to reach a
Last
little
Sunday?
higher.
Last
Oh,
Sunday?
don't
Yeah,
take
okay,
the whole
right there.
thing with you.
Oh, cool. We were out of town.
Okay.
Yeah, last Sunday. I did
Cool.
that.
I was literally pretty sure he was just going to
Or the
dump the
Sunday
entire
before. I
bookshelf
don't
on
even
him.
remember.
that would have hurt.
Cool.
One of those Sundays.
Both of you.
Whenever
So
St.
you had
Patrick's
that-
Day.
Oh,
was,
got it. Okay, yeah.
I did
Is
that.
this like
Okay, yeah.
Ladies, find yourself a man that'll reach the tippy top shelf
Is
to
this
bring her
like
what
a
she
salt-
wants.
is
No,
that
we
like
did
salt,
not do
What's
that.
that one book? The show? Salt, heat.
Oh, salt, fat, acid, heat.
Yeah.
Great show.
That one's more about like preserving with salt.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to get
Cool.
any more books.
Do you guys just sit around on the weekends and read all these cookbooks like they're
I mean,
I go
novels? Because I
through-
read my cookbooks like they're novels.
I definitely did at one point in time. I haven't lately. But I feel like my life is getting to a point where I can probably start enjoying doing that again.
enjoying life again.
Just like being able to like have space to like
Yeah,
breathe.
yeah, for sure.
That'd be good.
Well,
Once I'm done like with all the projects that I'm working on, I think
all 42.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
a pattern. It might be your life pattern.
I
with all of your
know.
projects.
It's like maybe a trauma response from the restaurant. Like I can't stop. I'm not happy unless I'm overwhelmed.
You're right, stressed and overwhelmed.
Yes.
Well, you have cute hair.
Thank you. I just got it done the other day, so.
And are you guys doing any like in-house, like private chef
No.
stuff? No. No.
No, we just we
not a
just
thing.
cook at the house. I mean, for us, like we don't have a commercial kitchen or any of that kind of stuff, so like it's a little tricky.
where are we
Yeah.
at on this?
Like what
Where's
we're
this
allowed
plate?
to do legally.
Yeah. No, I didn't see that.
Is this
Okay.
in the picture?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Cool.
know how it suddenly feels like it just got super dark over there, but
Huh.
Oh, yum. Look at that.
And then we're gonna slice
can you move those lamb racks out of the
Well, I'm gonna
view
s-
of the front camera here?
the front.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, I can slide them over a little.
Just so we can see what you're doing
Cool.
from different angles.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. We're gonna go in between the bones.
Yes,
Yeah, it does. Like,
All right. So I mean, this is like I'd say perfect medium is what I would call that. So,
Yeah, that looks great.
but
That's how I like my lamb too. I like it rendered out a little bit more. I feel like medium rare with lamb can just make it kind of chewy. I feel the same way with duck.
Yeah.
I know everybody goes mid rare and duck, but I think medium's a much more palatable temperature.
so we'll do the lamb right on top, and then I'm just gonna hit it with a little extra pomegranate, and that's the deal. So
That looks
That looks
delicious.
amazing.
just a
You're just doing a
little,
little pomegranate straight out of the bottle.
yeah, right over. You know, add a little brightness, and there you go.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Cool. Wow. Yeah.
Does it everyone look
And
like that
everybody
at
else's
home?
plate looks like
Yeah.
that?
Does
Hopefully.
everyone look like that? Send your pictures.
Like when you paint along with
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Ross.
You're
Right,
right.
Bob Ross, yeah.
Bob Ross
They're like,
Bob Ross.
It's just a little tree over here.
Yeah.
Happy little trees.
Just a little happy little
Right.
lamb.
Yeah,
Just a
exactly.
little lamb, little
Happy
drizzle.
little carrot.
Anybody else have a full bottle of pomegranate molasses on top of it?
Chris said,
That
"I'm seriously
looks
hungry."
amazing.
Well, yeah, thanks for joining, and please, if you need some lamb for Easter or whenever, pop out to the Buckners. They have a ton of it right now. So, as well, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It really helps get the channel out there for everybody to enjoy it. So, yeah, until next time.
See you next week, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Patrick.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Lisa.
Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.
This is so good.